Morning! Hello everyone, good morning and welcome back into another Melanated Monday. I hope you've all had a fantastic week and that the energies of the reading last week resonated and put you in a good mood and helped you move further forward in pursuit of your dreams. I hope those of you who are watching in the US had a lovely 4th of July celebration. So let's get started with your reading and see what Spirit has to tell us for this week. What are the energies for this week that we need to be mindful of? What guidance will Spirit give us this week? Alright, so here we go. Okay, so and again this week I'm feeling that I need to use cards that represent the natural world. So we had two fall out. So we had Koala Spirit. It says Spirit has a plan, so never doubt that. And then in addition to that we had Bat Spirit. Okay, sorry, Bat Spirit, that way. And it says a rebirth is assured. So for those of us who are perhaps feeling a little bit like maybe things are stagnating, maybe we're not going any further, maybe feeling like that initial push can feel quite exhilarating, and then there comes a point where everything has to settle and cement in, and that can make us feel a little bit like nothing's happening. Usually that's when everything is happening. Just like when you go to the gym, you've done your workout, it's when you're resting the muscles that the rebuilding and the healing and the acceleration occurs. So let's see what the African landscape wants to tell us in addition to the bat and the koala. Okay. And I will read from the book for each of those once I pulled the oracle as usual. Alright, I do hope you're all well and fine, and that you are feeling that Spirit is with you and that your life is moving in the direction that you would want it to, that you're finding greater peace and harmony in your life. Oh, that one definitely wanted to come out. And we have Serrated Tortoise. Okay, and that one says, your body is your temple. Make time for self-care and relax. Keep yourself grounded and you will go far. So again, perhaps just maybe that's why I needed to say that your muscles develop when they're in a state of relaxation, just like I had said. And that's telling us that we do need, it's that state of relaxation that we actually need. So I'm just going to adjust the brightness on the screen here. All right, that's better. All right, so finally I'm going to look at the sacred landscape and see what the sacred landscape wants to tell us for today. Okay. Thank you, guardian angels, spirit guides, ascended masters, and the wonderful ancestors that guide us, support us, and care for us. We honour you, we are grateful, and we recognise your presence in our lives. What messages do you have for the Melanated Collective this week? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much. Alright, so, let's see what the sacred landscape wants to tell us this week. Right. Thank you, Spirit. What does the sacred landscape have to show us this week? Okay, right, that one's flipped up. And we have embracing. Okay, what a beautiful card. Very peaceful. Alright, so let's get into the messages, shall we? So we had Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan, and that was number 35. In nature, the koala moves slowly through the branches of the eucalyptus tree, leisurely chewing the leaves, reminding us that life is not a race or a competition. Chasing around after every distraction can keep us from recognising that we have all we need and that Spirit will always be there with gifts to sustain us. You are being asked to trust that by moving slowly with faith in the abundance, gotta flip the page. With faith in the abundance that is everywhere, surrendering to a power greater than yourself, you will be able to experience the manifestation of your desire. As you take time enjoying the riches available to you right now, sitting peacefully, you begin to radiate the joy and abundance you seek. Spirit is here to help you discover happiness, pleasure and contentment, all gifts that are yours now and in the future. Have faith and trust in Spirit's plan for you and know that you are loved and cherished. Lovely. Okay, so maybe that's what I was tapping into when I said, oh, it is when we're in that still place that things are moving, and that is when Spirit gives us guidance. That's when Spirit can work behind the scenes to actually bring about what it is you've been manifesting. You've been putting in the energy saying, Spirit, I need this, Spirit, I like that, this is what I want for my life. You're being what it is you want to see in the world and in your life, and now it is time for you to just relax into that. And perhaps that's why I was inspired to say what I said this morning. It feels often like you're in a space of nothing really happening, but that's actually the space where things are happening, and Spirit is reminding us that Spirit does have a plan. And so you've got to just allow yourself to relax and enjoy it. And in that space, perhaps with the lesser activity, you're more able to see the abundance that is already in existence instead of whizzing past it, seeking something that feels like it may be beyond you at that moment. We then have number 5, which was the Bat Spirit. I've not seen this one before. So, lovely. A rebirth is assured, says the Bat Spirit. After something has run its course and died or been released, finished, surrendered, completed or ended, there is a promise of a new beginning. Rebirth is assured, just as night gives way to dawn and the bat emerges from the darkness of a womb-like cave. Bat Spirit has come to remind you that this rebirth is a miraculous one, for the very best elements of what you had to give up in the death of the old are still present in the new. Amazing life forming now. Sorry, I'll read that again just so that I get the sense of it. Bat Spirit has come to remind you that this rebirth is a miraculous one, for the very best elements of what you had to give up in the death of the old are still present in this new amazing life forming now. This is the miracle and magic of rebirth in every aspect of your life, including the rebirth of faith in your ability to establish new and healthy relationships. Bat Spirit reminds you that at present you are in unknown territory and may feel as if you are lost. However, you are called to trust that your intuition will be a reliable guide as you give birth to something new and unfamiliar. Bat Spirit has listened in the darkness of night and has heard all your hopes and dreams, your fears and worries, and assures you that this version of your dream, this move from darkness into light, from lost to found and death to rebirth, comes to fruition with love at its core. Bat Spirit asks you to trust that what seems to have died is actually shape-shifting into something even more meaningful and wondrous than before. If you feel you are in the dark, know that come morning all will be revealed and things will be in a new form that is right for you. So, what a beautiful message. Lovely, lovely message. And I feel that was clearly Spirit showing us that those of you who may be feeling a little bit lost, you know, that feeling of, oh, you've done a lot of work, a lot of pushing, manifesting, you've been in activity mode, clearing ground, getting rid of those things that don't serve you, and it's been an active space. Now in this space of kind of like stillness, it can feel a little bit like, oh, what now? Nothing's happening. However, Spirit very, very clearly telling you, no, everything is happening, and you've got to trust that. Don't be afraid that, oh my gosh, what if I can't, what if it doesn't happen, I've gotten rid of all of this, I've got rid of these people, I'm changing my mindset, what if I still don't get what it is I'm looking for? And Spirit clearly telling you, you absolutely are. It is assured, you absolutely are, but you're just in a space where you've cleared the ground. It's like you've laid the foundations and you've cleared the ground. So then we've got to start. Spirit definitely has a plan. So Spirit's message this week, very much one of reassurance, not necessarily anything concrete or anything that you actively have to pursue. And on top of that, telling us that your body's your temple, self-care, focus on the self-care, and just know that Spirit has a plan for you. Okay, so let's see what embracing says. And the word embracing in itself, before I even look in the book, tells me it's a space of opening up to and being in a place of receiving. And I do feel quite acutely that it's that self-care, focusing on yourself, your needs, making yourself feel good about yourself, that's the energy, the embracing energy that's going to help draw the plan that Spirit has for you closer to you, and perhaps faster. So let's have a look at what embracing has to tell us and add to the reading. Okay. Lovely. Very gentle message this week that Spirit has for us. One of just gentle reassurance and support. And I think it's beautiful. Floodplains, it says. A floodplain is a naturally occurring phenomenon in which the land adjacent to a river floods out to far banks of the surrounding land during times of high water. Land that is normally dry may be underwater for a period of time. When this occurs, silt, sand and nutrients are deposited. For this reason, floodplains are often areas of great fertility as well as rich ecosystems. They are excellent areas for lush, abundant crops. It is a natural occurrence that allows life in all areas to thrive. The sacred landscape wants you to know. Sometimes life overflows with emotions which can feel uncomfortable. However, the ensuing result of this discomfort can be of great value, perhaps arising from an unseen or unknown source. You get this card when emotions are seemingly overflowing or not flowing at all. So again, supporting this idea that perhaps you feel a little bit of ennui, a little bit of stillness and like, okay, what now? And it feels strange because you've been doing all the active clearing, all the active physical, mental, emotional foundation laying to manifest the life that you want. And so it may feel a little bit, as it says here, like nothing's flowing. But it says, cherish the overflow of emotions and embrace the times that seem murky, for your inner floodplains are being replenished, and as a result, there will be great spiritual and physical expansion. Embrace all your emotions. When you do so, greater prosperity, fertility will flow into your life. Alternatively, if your emotions have been blocked, this is the time to explore and experience them. So, a time where if, for some of us, there's an overflow of emotion, experience them, clear them, examine them, allow them, so that we have a greater understanding of them. And if it's a period where perhaps you're feeling like, well, nothing's really happening, and you're feeling that kind of pull and that stillness, that discomfort that comes from, well, nothing's going on, then Spirit reminding us that that's when everything is going on, right? And because that's when the nutrients have flooded the bank and everything's still, that's when the fertility, the nutrients embed in the soil and allow, so we've got one card here, okay, Four of Cups came out. So let's see what the tarot has to tell us. Okay, we have the Ten. Every time I cut the deck, it's a really nice card. But I'll see what actually falls out. I'll just shuffle one more time and see what else Spirit wants to say to us. Ooh, Two of Cups as well. Quite a lot of cups I keep seeing as I cut the decks. So it's about the emotions this week, yeah, and how you process those emotions and what those emotions kind of mean to you. All right, Spirit, thank you very much, guardian angels, ancestors, messages for you for the Divine Collective this week. Ooh, Six of Swords. Okay. Magician, flipped out. Okay, what else? What is that one? That's Queen of Wands, flipped upwards. Just two more, Spirit, thank you. Flip up. Okay, hold on. Two there, so let's just put those back and dear me. That's a lot of cards. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for the messages. Thank you for the guidance. What else do we have? There's no... Whoa. Right, so we have that, and we have the Emperor. Oh, that one's just flipped up on the top as well. Okay, oh my goodness. Got a lot coming out today. Right. Alright, so, previously, yeah, Four of Cups. Energy of feeling like dissatisfied, feeling ennui. Some of us may be in that space right now. Remember that this card said that it's when you feel like nothing's happening, that something is happening. So for some of us, we're in this space here of ennui, dissatisfaction, but not realising actually that what we have to one side of us is a cup that's full of everything we could possibly need. Look at the complete spectrum there, okay? We're also not seeing the lush green field behind us, okay? So some of us are in that energy, perhaps, like I said, after the feeling of the movement, the manifesting, the clearing, all of that. However, we're moving away. It's clearly that we're moving away into calmer waters, better prosperity, okay? And we're being guided, you see how Spirit there is towing us and guiding us to exactly where we need to go. Safer shores, calmer waters, more fertile land, okay? The Magician. The Magician is the card that tells you that you are in an energy of having everything that you need to manifest everything that is possible for you, for what you want. The vision that you create is completely available to you. The Magician is number one, and it's the number one in the Major Arcana, and it's a very, very powerful card. Just clearly keep the faith, believe in yourself and in Spirit's presence in your life to kind of guide you. You've got natural skills and talents and the powers of manifestation available to you. You see the infinity sign on his hoodie there. Okay, everything he has, our needs, our wants, is available to you because you have everything at your fingertips. The energy, the willpower, the desire, and you've created the actions. So it's about stepping into your personal power. And if you're unsure, just trust in the power that resides within you, and also trust in the universe. Remember, Spirit clearly telling us that rebirth is assured here, and that Spirit has a plan, and you are very much part of that plan, and you are here to support Spirit in the manifestation of that. So this week, very much a message of reassurance and telling us what we're capable of doing here. The next one was the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands, I like this one. She is a lady who is full of creativity, fire, passion. She is determined. She's full of confidence and joy. She expresses boldly, but she also is a person who helps others build their queendom. And this is the energy that that Spirit is telling you you are capable of having, and the space that you're in. Not only do you have all the tools and the ability to create whatever you want, you also have the energy of this passionate, creative queen. Alright? Don't be afraid to be the centre of attention. Don't hide your light under a bushel. Don't make yourself small in order for others to feel uncomfortable. This queen she's vibrant, and she knows who she is, and she knows that her spirit is worthy of shining out into the world in all of its brightness and in all of its wonder and all of its abundance. So accept parts of you. She's Queen's accepting. She's re-examining and looking at her past failures, but she's not letting them hold her back. She's still stepping out there, and look how vibrant and wonderful she is. Surrounded by the light, full of herself. Okay, so Spirit clearly telling you, don't let your past failures, those of you who might be in that emotional state, don't let those past failures hold you back or make you feel less than, because you have everything that you need in terms of talent and abilities to take you where you need to go. Okay, I think the next card that fell out after that was this one. We then had the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles, eights again are about abundance and your material wealth. The Eight of Pentacles is very much about you've done a lot of the working. You are now in a space where your patience and determination is starting to pay off. You've put in the work. You're building your expertise. And it's a reminder to remain dedicated to that excellence. Remain dedicated to the work that you've been putting in. Continue to be consistent. Perfect your craft. Keep doing. Keep moving towards where you need to go. And if you feel that it's time to move into something a bit more inspiring, then create a plan. Yeah, consistency of action. This is telling you you've gone past the waiting for the roots of the Seven of Pentacles to grow and kind of like being patient. You're now starting to manifest, but it's saying be consistent, keep going, okay? Keep on with the plan. Don't allow these feelings to perhaps make you feel a little bit like, oh, what's the point, or slowing down in any way, because this is what's ahead of you. And the ones are about, look at that. This is stepping into the limelight. This is recognition for everything that you've been doing. And that is what's available to you if you maintain this consistency. Don't lose your momentum just because you may be in the floodplains where you feel like either there's a overpouring of emotion coming up or not enough, because Spirit's clearly reminding you that this is where you're heading. Recognition, stepping into the limelight, stepping into the full joy, the full passion, creativity of the life that you absolutely want for yourself. And it is on the cards. It's round the corner for you. Okay, and by keeping that consistency, moving forward, then your badass success, achievement and accomplishment is coming. This card tells us so. It's absolutely a card of victory and a card of optimism. So relish it. Some of us will be noticing that already. This week will be a week when perhaps if you've taken a test, you excel at that test. Perhaps if you put in a bid for something, that this is perhaps the week when you will be recognised for that and those will come to fruition. I'd be interested to see how many of you find that this week is a week where results come in, because this is what this is telling us, okay? And those results are going to lead to a filling of quite a few of your cups, all right? The Ten of Cups is very much a card of that happiness, complete contentment, stability in the home, but also just a feeling of divine connections. All the connections that will be coming in will be divine ones, heart connections, harmony in relationships, both family, friend and romantic. It's just about love and feeling a giant love in your heart and giving love, all right? It's about community connections, and the joy comes from inside. So remember that whatever is manifesting on the outside comes from inside, and those of you who step into this energy this week will feel very, very content, harmonious, and feel very much like, yes, I know where I am and I'm in the right place. And Spirit is reminding us that that's where you are, okay? This is, yes, recognition, external recognition, fame, victory is all great, but you're going to have the double whammy as well. It's about feeling connected to yourself and to others and having really connected relationships this week. Real sense of contentment. And that's because you've done everything that you needed to do. If you stick to the plan, maintain the course, be consistent in your working, and then you'll step into, then we have Temperance. And Temperance is the card that talks about balance. Balance in our hearts, balance in our lives, balance in who we know ourselves to be. It's a lovely card to get, because Temperance is telling us that there's moderation, that everything's fluid. It's about meditation, the motions of life, and it's at the end. It's the very beginning. You know, at the beginning and the end, we have the same energies. Spirit has a plan, and this is overtly telling us Spirit has a plan. And the Temperance card covertly tells us that patience, purpose, meditation, harmony, balance, because the plan is unfolding. Okay? Nourish yourself, nourish your life, because harmony and peace is what is available to you. But not only that, even though you may feel that you're not particularly actively doing much, victory and success are available to you. So a lovely, lovely reading, because remember, you have all the tools available to you. You have all the gifts. Don't doubt yourself. You know what you're doing. You are sailing to a better shore, calmer waters, more abundant land, more fertile land. Okay? And as we move that up there, Spirit's reminding you to take care of yourself. Don't allow the inconsistency and the feeling of ennui and a feeling of dissatisfaction to take over. Okay? Self-care, look after yourself. Okay? Because rebirth is assured. Rebirth. Okay? Rebirth. All cards of regeneration, rebirth, renewal, both in the heart and in the material world. Okay? So step into the Queen of Wands energy. Allow yourself to shine. Honour your gifts. Don't make yourself feel small. Make yourself small to make anyone else feel more comfortable. And balance. Because Spirit's energy is with you, helping you to balance everything out. And that is assured. So let's see what advice Spirit has for us this week. Alright, so, okay, Spirit, just take one card. What advice? What final message do you have for us? And these cards are a little bit more cumbersome, but I just thought they have quite powerful messages with them. So Spirit, just one card, please. I might cut this deck actually, rather than shuffle it. We'll see. I tend to be a shuffler, so we'll see. Okay. It's actually, I know which card it is. I've seen it twice now. The Nectar. Okay, because I cut the card before and then I cut it again and I saw it. So let's see what the Nectar has to tell us. Right, the Nectar, right. So that's your artwork there. So it says, in Hindu mythology, there is a miraculous substance known as Amrit, or nectar, that contains infinite healing power. This golden nectar, or sacred elixir, is a drink of immortality, and like its sister substance Soba, it's known to activate subtle, intelligent forces that ease the body, mind and spirit. Though esoteric, these images lead us to the central energy of this archetype, the sweet, potent, heavenly essence that lubricates our spirit back to life. The Nectar card calls us to identify and relish in places, practices, people and activities that regenerate and heal. Medicine is needed, and it comes in subtle form that you may be overlooking. Seek the most sensuous, fragrant flower in the garden you have forgotten. Don't underestimate this remedy. It is said when someone has activated this substance within, it is reflected in their shimmering eyes. So sense the nectar within you, dripping from the crown of the head and soothing the brain. Let it drip down the spine like sweet honey. So, healing comes from this recognition of the self-care and recognising the abundance that's all around you. And that is the nectar. That is that energy. That is the realisation. That is the feeling, the energy that brings you into that sweetness of life. And you'll look back and realise how far you've come and that everything that you want is available to you already. You're just on the path to creating more of it. And a reminder that Spirit definitely has a plan, okay? The nectar is within you already. Remember, you have all the tools within you to create everything that you need. You are the Queen of Wands. So even though we're in this space of stillness, maybe there's not fervent activity, Spirit's reminding you to look towards the sweet nectar, the abundance, the energy that you already have within you, the fertility of the planes that have been flooded, the emotions that have been over flooded, and you've actually created nutrients, nourished yourself, nourished the land that's stretching out before you, the new land on which you're going to build the new foundation for your life. Okay, so I'm just going to ask Spirit for one last message. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Guardian angels, ancestors. Just one last message. Oh, that one definitely wanted to come out. Thank you. Flipped up, and it says safety. In the hurricane of life, a strong foundation will keep you safe. Yeah? So again, that idea of foundations, clearing the old land, flooding the plains so that new nutrients can nourish the new shoots that come. It's about looking at that foundation, seeing the nutrients and the fertility in where you're at and the foundation that you're laying, so that those new shoots can come up completely nourished, fertilised, that Queen of Wands energy can step out, show itself, okay, and then you receive not just the recognition and the victories, but the balance and the emotional balance, harmony, peace, and love. So, thank you for being here. If you're still with me, please, if you wouldn't mind liking, sharing, and subscribing, I'd be really grateful. Just a real powerful message of reassurance from Spirit this week that there is a plan for you, that everything is, that this energy is past, and that you are sailing towards calmer waters, most definitely. All right, I think, although it's not maybe an active energy and an energy of do this, do this, do this, Spirit's reminding us, remember last week you stepped into your big boss emperor pants, and Spirit's saying you've done the work now. Now you're in the place where you've done the clearing.